Hey y'all, happy Tuesday, happy crafty Tuesday. What are y'all doing? Are y'all working on some stuff? Let's see who's here. So y'all, I'm so excited about this bling. I cannot wait to show y'all all of the bling that I got from the Baby's Booties buy-in. We are going to talk about the bling. We're going to talk about the buy-in. I don't know, can you guys hear Alfie? Let me try to get through some of the comments because I have Alfie in the back already. Well, you guys can't see Alfie that way. Can't see him that way. I'm blocking him real good today. Alfie is cutting some flock already because I don't want to keep y'all here that long. And it does take a while for the Cricut to cut all of those tiny circles. Now I have cut flock with or the rhinestone flock with the StarCraft, and I am pleased with how that cuts. But tonight we are using our Cricut Maker 3 because she's back up and running, and or he. This one is a he. The other one was it? No, never mind. So let me say hey to y'all. Hey Heather, I think Heather, you were here way super early. So hey girl. Hi Lori, welcome and happy Tuesday. Hey Miss Merlinda, welcome. I hope you're having an amazing day and thank you for being a member of our channel. Hi Judy, welcome and thank you for being a member of our channel. Hey Paula, happy Tuesday. Y'all, I'm so excited to bling. Barb, hey Barb, happy Tuesday. I hope all is well. And of course, thank you for being so supportive and thank you for being a member of this channel. Hey Delonda, what's up? And y'all give Delonda some congratulations because Delonda has hit 10,000 YouTube subscribers. And y'all, that is not easy. So show Delonda some love. She is creating with Delonda and she just hit 10,000 subscribers. Hey Deborah, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Hey Marty Mar. I'm excited too. I'm so excited to show y'all this bling that I have. I don't think I've even showed y'all the shirt yet, but this is the shirt that I made. You can't even like the bling, like it's not even doing it any justice of like how sparkly this is. So the red is not from the buy-in, wherever the red is. The red is not from the buy-in, but the clear that is from the buy-in, and y'all, this bling is so pretty. Y'all got to see it. I hope the lighting does it some justice, but y'all know people be a hot mess and their lighting situations be a hot mess. Hey, Kenya. Happy Tuesday. And thank you for being a member of our group. If you guys did not know, I have a link to this design inside of the description. So if you are here, it will be available to you until after the live. After the live, I will not be giving it to anyone else. Okay, I am going to upload it into my Etsy shop, and a link to the Etsy shop will be in the description, but not until after this live. So if you want this design, these are SS10 rhinestones. So all of them are SS10. So if you want them, or if you want this design, go ahead and download it. It is inside of the Google, inside of my Google Drive. All you have to do is click the download button. You can download it and it is yours for your personal use. Just don't be out here selling my stuff. That's it. But it is y'all's. Enjoy. Hey Gina, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Hey Theodore, welcome. Thank you, Delonda. Yes, y'all, make sure to show your girl some love by hitting the thumbs up. And also, if you are not a subscriber and you are new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I want you to stick around. So, what are y'all working on? Hey, Cassie, welcome. Cassie from Cali, welcome. Mare Bear, hey Marilyn. Marilyn, you see your red stones that you gave me? They look so gorgeous, girl. You can't really tell in the lighting, but These red stones are gorgeous. Hey Sandra, welcome. Happy Tuesday, and thank you for being a member of our channel, girl. Hey sis, I hope you're getting some rest, Dimps. Please be getting some rest, because girl, I prefer if you're getting some rest. Hey Jocelyn, welcome and happy Tuesday. Hey Miss Joanne, I hope all is well. I saw you a little bit earlier. Hey Ashita. So y'all, I don't want to keep y'all because it's gonna take a minute for these rhinestones to cut. I am cutting it with Alfie, my Cricut Maker 3, and I actually designed it inside of Adobe Illustrator, transferred it over to Silhouette Studios, and then turned it into a rhinestone file. But tonight we are going to work 100% in Silhouette Studio so I can show you how easy it is to convert or to change the file into a rhinestone file. This could work for other SVGs because this was an SVG file when I uploaded into Silhouette. So other SVG, I keep saying that, SVG files, you can download those inside of Silhouette Studios or import into Silhouette Studios and then create rhinestone files. Okay, so you can do all types of things, but hopefully Alfie is not too loud for you guys. But hey Ashita, hey Maddie, welcome, happy Tuesday. Hey Precious 2000, hey Jesse, welcome and happy Tuesday. I hope all is well. Hi Mary, welcome. Hey Sonia, how are you? Barb, I received my bling from Eve. Great. Yes, Barb. I'm telling you, Barb. So, y'all, my rhinestones are supposed to come today, but I actually got them a day early. I got them yesterday, and it kind of just threw me all off because I had to open them. So you're not going to see it wrapped in Eve's pretty purple wrapping because I got rid of that wrapping as soon as I touched the box. So, yeah. Hey, Renobia. So, buy-ins. If you don't know what a buy-in is, so a buy-in is, so I order a lot of stuff from Alibaba in China. Of course, the larger the quantity of the item that you buy, the lower your rate can be. All right. So Eve did a buy-in where she not only bought things from China or these rhinestones from China, she included as many people as possible. Anybody who wanted to get into this buy-in, they were allowed into the buy-in as long as you pay. You have to pay up front. All right. So if you are interested in anything like that, definitely head over to the Baby Booties channel. Subscribe to her channel, subscribe to the Hoop group on Facebook so that you are notified. The next buy-in she's going to be having is going to be February 27th when China reopens to order. All right. So check her out. We are going to look at these rhinestones so you guys can see the type of rhinestones. I ordered quite a bit of rhinestones, but the rates were reduced, and that's how the buy-in works. So she'll place a huge order, of course, after having all of the money from everybody. She'll place in that. It worked out kind of differently for her this time. Hopefully the next buy-in will be a lot better and more smoother, but you place a big order based off of who's ordering, and you get the rhinestones all come to her. So once it comes to her, the factory in China, they're not separating all the rhinestones based off of the orders. They're sending them to her in bulk. So then she had to break all of the orders down, break all of those rhinestones down, and then send it to each individual person who purchased rhinestones. So that's how the buy-in works, but you can get them for a more economical fee doing it that way. All right. So hi Triasha or Trisha, welcome. Sorry if I butchered your name, girl. I don't like butchering names. Hey D Smith, welcome. Hey friends, welcome and happy Tuesday. Hey Aaron, welcome and happy Tuesday. Hey Swag Lords. So I'm gonna switch over because I know y'all didn't really come here to hear me chat. So if you guys did not see the shirt, this is my shirt that I made. Again, the design is inside of the description. You can snatch it up. no charge. After this live, I am uploading this design and some other designs that I have inside of my Etsy shop. All right, so until then, it is yours for the taking. I'm just happy that y'all chilling out with me tonight, and we're about to bling some stuff, or we're about to see how to bling. Hey Arlene, welcome. Hey Patricia. Patrice, you got my own name, and I'm looking all over the place. Patrice, forgive me, boo. I'm sorry. Hey, girl. Hey. So, hey, paper artist. That's me. Welcome. Hey, Sandy. Y'all know I'm so far behind. Every time I think that I'm doing good, I'm like, hey, Leah, I'm not doing that good. Because I'm just a hot mess. If I missed you coming in, hey, y'all, hey. And thank you for being here. Hey, Sam. All right, let's get ready to switch over. I don't want to, because I know it's going to take a little bit of time for that flock to cut. And so I am going to switch screens, y'all. All right, y'all. Sorry, hope I'm not causing any motion issues. All right, y'all. So we are going to look at the rhinestones that I got from Eve. Let me try to scroll down. Hey, Kim, welcome and thank you for being a member of our channel. Hey, Josie Boo, anybody that I missed, I am so sorry. But I'm going to scroll down. Hey, Dr. Cooper, I'm trying to see if whoever I see, I'm trying to, y'all, I'm going fast. Hey, Alidra, I know y'all don't want me to keep y'all here all night. Hey, Lariette, welcome. And thanks to all of my members for showing up. Hey, Marquita. Hey, Eve, I'm talking about you and these rhinestones, girl, and I'm a hot mess as usual, but it's all good. I don't mind being a hot mess. Hey, Roxanne. Hey, girl. Y'all, so my members and I, we met over the weekend for a little bit on Zoom, and I had so much fun seeing them and putting a name to a face. So, hey, y'all. Hey, Sarah, just so happened I saw that first timer here. Hey, girl, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's see who else. Okay, y'all, I'm scrolling because y'all know your girl is a hot mess. Any of my first timers, hey, y'all, I love y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So we are going to look at these rhinestones, y'all. I got so many rhinestones. So before we go into that, I kind of explained what the buy-in is, and there are different types of rhinestones. So the rhinestones here, these are the Hotfix rhinestones. All right. These are rhinestones that are applied using heat. So you can use your Cricut Easy Press, your Cricut Mini Press. You can use your heat press. That is how you apply these types of rhinestones with heat. They have an adhesive on the back. All right. Then you have these rhinestones. These are flat back rhinestones, and usually these are applied with glue. So I usually use Gem Tack. Some people use E6000. It depends, whatever you prefer, what your preference. That's kind of how that goes. So that's the difference. These are not applied the same. So the flat back, those are applied with glue, and this is what they look like. And you can't really tell all the time what's what. I do know that usually it kind of looks like the Hotfix rhinestones are kind of matte on the back, but you still can't tell. Like sometimes I just can't tell. So I like to keep all of my rhinestones separated so that I'll know like which ones are for my tumblers and which ones are for clothing items. Now, the Rhinestone World sells a product called HTV anything or Bling anything. So you can kind of get these rhinestones also on hard surfaces by using those types of products. Okay, so they have HTV anything or Bling anything. Let's see if I missed anything. I don't think so. I'm sorry, y'all, if I can't see, but I can't really see the chat that well. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys the rhinestones, and you can't really even tell. Let me see if I can turn on this light over here because y'all can't really even tell this. Now, this is 500 gross rhinestones. So Eve, how many rhinestones is this? About 72,000 rhinestones inside of this package? Or is there more than that? I can't remember, but This in this one bag, there may be about 72,000 rhinestones in this bag. And then, but these are 10SS rhinestones. So I don't even know if you guys can really even tell. I have some here that I took out. How like pretty these rhinestones are. You can't really tell because there's so much gray, but these are so pretty, y'all. And then we have, so these are the 10SS, and these are the clear, the glass rhinestones. These are clear. Then I also have, which one are these? Okay, so these are the SS6 rhinestones, which these are smaller, and I always feel like these give off like a better sparkle than the larger ones. But these are the SS10, and these are smaller than the SS6. These are smaller than the SS10. Okay, I think, y'all, I think our first cut is done, and all of these are the clear glass back. Then I also got the AB, and that's the color. Looks like I'm freezing. Okay, so these are the AB, and so these are the ones that kind of looks like, you know, sometimes when the sun hits the puddle, I think Eve said that it causes like that little rainbow-ish looking situation, like iridescent look. That's what these are. These are the AB, and so I ordered I ordered SS10s and SS6s in here in this size. So y'all, I ordered a ton of rhinestones, and so I want to bling everything. Hold on a second. Let me head over to, I gotta get this out of the machine. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm gonna switch back over to me. Hey, so I gotta go into Cricut. We are going to go into, wait, did it stop? Let me see, hold on. I think it's done, y'all. I don't know. Y'all. I may have to pull out the StarCraft. Hold on. So let's see. My poor Cricut is like, what are you doing to me? Like, why are you treating me so bad? Let's see, did I miss anything? Maybe. All right, so I'm going to put up the date for Eve. Make sure that you guys head over if you are interested. And even if you're not interested in getting into the buy-in, Eve teaches rhinestone classes. She's always showing on Sundays, different things. She does embroidery, DTF, sublimation, and rhinestones. So she has a lot of different crafts going on her channel. Check her out. You also want to check out her Facebook group, the Hoop Group. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to get this out of here because I don't know why my machine is acting up, y'all. It looks like it cut most of my holes. It looks like it cut. All right, so it cut most of them out. It got right there at the bottom, which is fine. You guys, this is a different design than this design here. So we are now, okay, so we're going to also look at like designing, like how do you design it inside of Silhouette Studio? Hold on. I just got to reload the mat with another piece of flock. And so I'm going to also show you guys like how I cut this with the Cricut and which settings I use also. And so this is kind of how it looks a bit. I did more pressure. I probably didn't really have to do more pressure because it looks like with the more, y'all, I went from my Cricut not cutting through to it cutting all the way through. So this is what, this is the flock and it's already cut. So let me get my, hold on, the other piece. So y'all make sure you head over to Eve's channel if you are interested in getting some rhinestones. I'm going to add this back to the stream because I am now going to just put this. All right, so for our flock, I usually just use a standard grip mat, and y'all, this mat is so busted. And I really don't like opening new mats. So here I'm just gonna take my brayer and kind of just like help it out a little bit so that it can stick, because you want it to stick to the mat. All right. And then I think I'm going to show you guys my screen so that you can see a little bit. I do have a video that will be uploaded probably in the morning of this also. The line of this mat is use and abuse. Oh, Aaron, thank you for that. I see quite a few people who do it that way. They cut it without the backing, and it is easier because the flock does come off a lot easier too. So I could do that. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it this time too. Why not? Why not? Let's hope I get it down here good enough. So what Aaron suggested is taking the flock, and the back of the flock is sticky. All right. Because sometimes you'll see when I take this one off, when I weed this flock off, you'll see how it will look. All right. So we are going to just take the flock and kind of want it to be a little bit clean, and I'm just going to put it here, and we are going to cut it on the mat just like this. Okay. Let me move this tape. And so I'm going to put the next one. But before I do that, I want to take out my blade, because I'm sure that blade, those were a lot of cuts, and I'm sure that blade has had enough of me right now. All right. Let's see. So I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys can really see, but this blade, there is like debris and stuff around the blade. You can take an aluminum foil ball and kind of like clean it off and, you know, sharpen it up a bit. But I did not prepare an aluminum ball, so I will not be doing that. All right, so let me click over to, oh, before I keep going. So I got this flock. This is called Rocket Flock. And I got this flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse. The links should be below. And I also got this Hotfix transfer tape. I don't even know if it's called Hotfix transfer tape, but y'all, it doesn't work with everything, but it works great with the rhinestones, the Hotfix rhinestones. So I got this also from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Okay. So I am going to move from this screen really quick. I kind of started backwards because I knew that it was going to take a while for me to cut the flock. And I actually started cutting this flock at about 650, and it just stopped. And so it's already 725. So I did not want to be cutting flock all night. So that's kind of why I started backwards. All right, let me share my Cricut screen. I just want to show you guys. It'll make a little bit more sense to you. Hey, everybody that just came in. Hey, Sin, I see your name there. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here. All right, let me show my Cricut screen. Where is it? Okay, here it is. All right, so this is the design that we are going to be cutting tonight, or that I'm cutting now. We are going to create a design inside of Silhouette Studios, but I wanted to cut this one out tonight. So this is the design. As you see, there's two layers. There's the black layer, and then there's a red layer. That is how I want. Sometimes rhinestone files come into Cricut and they're too large, or they're really, really large, because the rhinestones are not grouped together. So to avoid that, you always want to make sure that whichever rhinestones that you are cutting, there's a compound path. Like you turn it into a compound path. All right. So that means it turns into one shape where it's read as one shape. All right. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And so you're going to click make it. I'm not using, I'm using a mat because of course this flock is not smart material, and you don't have to mirror it. So we are going to go ahead with this one, this part of the design, since we almost cut the other one out completely. I may have to do it again since the machine kind of did. I don't know if it got stuck or what. We're gonna see what happens. It better not give me any problems, because if it does, I'm sick of it. All right, so let's click onto our design, and I am going to select the Maker 3. That's what we're going to use. And uh-oh. Okay, here it is. It may be, you guys know what? Let me take out my earpiece because I don't know if the block of All right, y'all. So thanks. I know. I know. Dims is calling me. Dims is like, girl, we can't hear you. I think a few of you are calling me. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. So we have, okay, let me go back. I'll go back because I don't think you guys heard any of that. Let me cancel. Hold on. I'm going to cancel that. Cancel. Yes. All right. So now we are going to, I took out my earbuds because I didn't know if it was affecting the Cricut. So here we are. So as you see, this is my materials, and this is the material that I made up for the rhinestone so that we could cut it. Okay. And so if you want to add your own material, which you will have to do if you're going to be cutting the rhinestone flock, you click on browse materials and then you scroll. Wait, you don't have to scroll. Then you go down to material settings and click onto material settings. And then once you click onto material settings, all of your materials for your machine will come up. All right. And so after that, you have to scroll all the way down and add new material. So once you add the new material, we're just going to call it flock hyphen or dash rhinestone. And I think I saw Shanita Nicole. Shanita, did you call me too? Hold on, let's see. Flock rhinestone, save, and then we're going to click save. Once you click save, it's going to scroll up to your new entry. And so this first column is your material list. So these are all the materials that are already set on your machine. The next column is the cut pressure. All right, so this is how deep your blade is going to cut the material. The third column is how many times. So sometimes it may go over something multiple times. That is where you would select that. And then of course, this fourth column is the blade that you will be using. All right. So for the rhinestone flock, the cut pressure, I usually set my cut pressure to 340. And then for, of course, every machine is different. And y'all, I realized every machine was different with my other Maker 3. So my first Maker 3, all the machines are not exactly the same. Okay, so you may want to adjust it. Always test out the material, get a little piece. I know this flock is not cheap, but try to get like a small piece of the flock and test out your cut settings. That's whether you're using the Cricut Maker, your Cameo, or the StarCraft Solo. I think on the StarCraft Solo, I used the cut setting or the pressure of, I think I used 45 pressure with the StarCraft Solo. And we are going to keep this with the fine point blade. All right, so we're going to click save. And our material is now saved. The only thing that I realized is that with this one, I had to go out of this screen and then come back in order for my new material to show up. So you may have to do that too. All right, so we are going to click Rhinestone Flock because I have that set as one of my favorites. Why did it do that? Sorry, y'all. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna select Rhinestone Flock, and I'm gonna keep it the pressure regular, the default pressure, because I did more pressure, and y'all, it almost cut through on some of them, and I did not want that. So I'm just gonna leave it at default, and I am going to get ready to load the machine. All right, so let me stop sharing and come back over here to y'all, and I'm going to put it through. Hold on a second. Let me see. So the rhinestones, Lucy Lou. Okay, thank you, Debs. All right, so I'm gonna put this into the machine now, and so this should cut it fine now. All right, then I'm gonna move back to the table. I really wish you guys could have seen the rhinestones a lot more clearer. I don't know if under this light. Y'all, these rhinestones are so gorgeous. They are beautiful. And hey to anybody I missed. Thank you, Delonda, for y'all really be looking out for you, girl. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all still couldn't hear me? Can you guys hear me better now? Because whoa. Y'all know I be talking. All right, so I'm gonna switch the screen back to the table. Let's see. And then I am going to make the table bigger. I want to just do the table, but I don't necessarily want to. Let me add. All right, you guys can hear me now. Hey, Mary. Can you guys hear me now? I was trying to be fancy. All right, it's better now. Yeah, Helena was talking, girl, talking to myself. So as y'all see, I just wanted to show you guys like the holes. My Cricut cut it too well, so I didn't really have to click more pressure, but it's been kind of scaring me. I've had a few issues with my not this maker, but with the Maker 3 that I got maybe like last year. It was giving me some problems and it wasn't cutting all the way through. So, Patrice, you still can't hear me? Sorry? Okay, can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right, so look, it cut, but look, they're not even coming up, y'all. I'm gonna have to put it on my other mat. So that is why Aaron suggested that I put the flock on. See, none are coming up. So guess what we're gonna have to do? Look, nothing. So that's why Aaron suggested that I put the flock onto the cutting mat and then let the machine cut it that way. But this is also like a pressure issue for me because I did too much pressure. So we're gonna spread this on here. I am then going to take my sprayer and kind of like make sure that those holes are in contact with the bottom or that sticky part of the mat. And so y'all, I use this mat to do this all the time. Uh-oh, I don't want that there. And these holes are for SS10s. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Hey, y'all. So I'm just trying to make sure that these holes stay down when I lift. All right. So we are going to pull it up now. And then they're still all not coming down. See, I got to kind of keep pushing to make sure that they stick. All right. So as they come up, you don't really want to like pull too hard because you don't want to distort the circles. So you kind of want to gently do it because you don't want those circles to get too big. And then when you start spreading your rhinestones in them, they don't lay down. All right, so we are going to just keep pulling them up, and then I'm going to re-stick this on the mat. So you guys will see like how that's going to get done. The good thing about this is that you can reuse this template. So it's not a complete waste. All right, you can use it again. How I use it, so I usually will use either cardstock or, oh my goodness, my light is in your way. Cardstock, or I'll use these cutting mats from the Dollar Tree. All right, so we are going to, then I'm going to just keep pressing it down. Usually, and then you got to kind of like keep pressing it down, and then they'll keep coming up. But I need to scrape some of these off, and so to scrape them off, I am just going to use By Roxanne. So I'm going to just scrape it off this way. It's not that, it's, I know these little holes can look kind of intimidating, like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with these holes, like these little circles everywhere, but y'all, it's really not that bad. You just have to scrape it off. Now, this happened this time. This does not happen all the time, okay? So don't think like, oh my God, these holes. No, this happened this time. My pressure really was not good. It was good. It was too good, actually. So I am going to go ahead and keep like pressing down, just push. And then when I lift it up, they should come up. You just got to kind of like press it down kind of hard. And so we are going to keep doing that until all of these are done. Uh-oh. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me move this up a little bit. All right. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just taking it and I'm just pressing it down so that all of these circles will stay down. Hey, Sincerely Ray. Welcome. I saw your latest video, girl. Keep pushing. Keep going. All right. Let me keep going. And so that's what I'll be doing for the next few minutes. I did want to go into Silhouette Studios. That's what I want to do. So we're going to go into Silhouette Studios though first, because I don't want to keep y'all on for so long. And then while I'm getting the rest of these dots off, we will work on designing, okay? All right, share screen. Let me remove. Uh-oh, sorry, y'all, with this light. I know. I didn't really want to bring the light over here, but y'all couldn't see nothing. All right, y'all, so this is Silhouette Studio. And the design that we make tonight, we are not going to cut it, okay? As y'all see, cutting rhinestones takes up a nice amount of time. All right, so we're not going to cut it. We're only cutting this design out because I need another Valentine's Day shirt to wear. And so tonight we are going to create a Black History shirt. So to do that, I'm just using text, but you can turn pretty much any SVG into a rhinestone file. All right, you just have to play around with the rhinestones, and that's what I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview of that. So let me do a new canvas, and so I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. We'll do like one. That's too big. I don't want that big. That's good. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if anybody does anybody have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints, anything? Let me know. All right, so I'm going to go small so that you guys can see that. Let's see if anybody has any. Bye, Helene. Thank you for coming by, girl. Thank you, Nicole. Marilyn, I find them everywhere too. Everywhere. So let's see how we're going to design this. So I'm just going to simply put, I'm going to go to the text panel on the side, and we're just going to click black. And then I think I'm going to do another text underneath and just say history. We're going to try to keep it very simple, but I want the rhinestones to be the center of attention. So next I want to bring this down. Why? And so I am going to expand it a bit, but I also want to fill in my words. So let me close this out. So I want to fill in my words, and I am going to use the color of black right here for now. And I'm going to make the outline black. Now I can change the font. The only problem for me is that I am pretty indecisive with fonts, and when I click, I prefer to design inside of Adobe Illustrator because I can actually see what the word is going to look like when I pan over the name of the font. I can't do that so much here. So that takes a little bit more time for me to actually figure out which font that I want to use. So I know that I kind of want like a thicker font. So I am just going to do this. I could always change the stroke of the font, but we're just going to do something pretty basic. And so I'm going to change this also to black, the fill to black, and that's the inside. I'm also changing the outline to black also. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Let me see how big you guys can see. All right, I think you guys can see that pretty well. And we are just going to create a basic rhinestone template. So let me look and see if I can find something that might be a little bit, you know what I'm going to go with? My good old trusted impact font, because I can't, there it is. So this font is just impact. All right. I know that the rhinestones will lay nicely with this font. So this is something that I don't necessarily have to worry about. Typically with the thinner fonts, you may want a single line of rhinestones. However, for the most part, it will, once it generates the rhinestones, it will still be about two rows. You may not want that. So what you would have to do is find a sketch font. In Silhouette Studio, they have several sketch fonts in Silhouette Studio. I'm using the business edition. You cannot do this with the free edition. You can also design rhinestone templates inside of StarCraft Create. I think Corel Draw, and I think Shortcuts a lot. The Rhinestone World has his own rhinestone program. Adobe Illustrator does not have an actual rhinestone panel. You can get, I think they have a plugin, but y'all, those plugins be so much with Adobe that I just chose to use Silhouette Studios, and I also use the StarCraft Create software. All right, so we are going to, I'm going to convert all this to path. We're going to leave it this size, and you always want to note the size of your image. So right now this is like a about a 4.7 and a half. 4 by 7.5. So I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And now we are going to get ready to create our design. So actually, I don't think I want to say Black History. This is actually going to be my shirt, y'all. So I'm going to do Black Her Story because I am. Okay, so let me change this back to impact. I'm going to do my fill as black and my outline as black. And I am going to expand this. So how do I want to do this? This is, okay, so this isn't too, I didn't want it to be too wide. So it looks pretty decent to me. I am going to kind of make this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to put this here. I don't know, should I center it, y'all? I think centering it might be better for me. I think I made like centering. All right, so let me convert this to a path. Where is it? Where is it? Convert to path. All right, so next what I want to do is we are going to head over to the Rhinestone panel, but first I kind of want to separate this because I want to kind of do a multicolored template. All right, if you don't want to use different colors, you can go ahead and turn this into a Rhinestone template at this point. If you want to use different colors, you may want to kind of section off the colors that you want, or section off the letters and that sort of thing that you want to change. So if you wanted to change your letters, like one letter to one color, you can. We are going to kind of create a row. All right, so I am just going to select the knife tool. And if you don't know anything about the knife tool, you can kind of have a straight line, or you can have a line that's wavy. You can have a line that's zigzag. Once you click onto the knife tool at the top toolbar, you can select it. Usually it says straight. You can select your arrow or your drop down menu, and then you will be able to change the lines that you want to use. All right. We're just going to use a basic straight line. And so that it's straight, I think I want it right here. Maybe I want it there. I think so. So I'm just going to hold down my shift key, take my knife tool, and go through. All right. So you can't really see it there too much, but there is a line there. So if I select that, you can kind of see the division right here. All right. So what does that mean? Why did I use the line tool? Because now I pretty much cut the letters. But when I get ready to do the rhinestone design, like when I put the rhinestones in, I still want it to look like it's one letter, even though it's going to be multicolored. All right. So I think for the Black history, the black part, that's the only part that I'm really worried about doing that with. I was thinking about doing it with Her Story, but I'm just going to do it with black. All right. So now we are ready to open up our rhinestone panel, and the rhinestone panel is over here on the side with all of the other panels, and it kind of looks like a stone. It kind of looks like a diamond. It's circular, and it kind of looks like it has cuts in it. All right, so we are now going to open our rhinestone panel. All right, so for this particular design, I'm just going to say we're going to just only use 10SS rhinestones. All right, I'm not going to do multiple, like multi stone, but you can. The design that we're going to press tonight, that one is 10SS and 6SS, or SS10 or SS6. I don't know how the correct way you're supposed to say it, y'all, but one of those ways. So that's going to be a multi-size rhinestone design. This one, we're just going to use 10SS, but I will walk you through the rhinestone panel so that you can know exactly what's what if you decide to do this. You can't hear me? Oh no, you guys can hear me. That isn't, I looked at the phone, that isn't an I can't hear you call. Okay, let me see who is, does anybody have any questions about anything that I said? I'll pause for a minute before we open up the rhinestone panel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions. I want you guys to know that this is a safe place. So if you see me do something that you may do differently and you may think works better for me, please let me know. This is a safe place. I'm showing you guys what I know. I don't know everything. Nobody does. Okay. So feel free to offer me some suggestions. I am here for it, y'all. I want my life to be easier, not harder. So if you say, girl, you could do this a lot easier, tell me, please. So does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints? Nope, guess not. Okay, hold on a second because our second mat is done cutting. But it didn't. Y'all know what I did? Remember I took the... Y'all, nobody reminded me this. I got too much going on. I can't function. All right, we're going to put this through. Good thing we have a little bit of time and we started the... What you call it? Hold on. Let me click on the right one because your girl was a hot mess per the usual. All right, let's go. Finally. I should have known better. All right, so let me head back over to Silhouette Studios. I didn't see any questions. So oh, you guys cannot see that. I'm going to have to share my whole screen. Hold on, y'all. Barb, of course, you know it's only right that I be a hot mess. Hold on a second. I got to stop sharing this screen because I have to share the entire screen so that you guys can actually see the rhinestone panel. Luckily, that should not take too long for us to cut. That really didn't take long at all, but it still gives me time enough to finish getting these little dots out. Let me put it down. Just gonna rub it. All right, so let's see. Let me go back. I gotta share my whole entire screen in order for you guys to see the template, but I need to make the panel, but I need to make sure that you guys can actually see it. Entire screen. All right, so let me see what you guys see. I can't tell what you guys can see. Hold on a second, y'all. I cannot tell. Let me turn my sound down. You guys are still... Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I just want to make sure you guys can see the actual screen. And because I'm sharing the whole screen, I can't tell whether or not you can see what I actually want you to see, which sucks. All right, hold on. I got to look at my own video. Hopefully no sounds will come up while I'm doing this because I don't want you guys to be hearing all that. Look at y'all giving me 103 likes. Thanks y'all so much. I love it. All right. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard, Zalonda, and I could not see anything. Uh-oh. Okay, I just want to see if I'm sharing the screen with y'all. All right, here we go. Oh, y'all got a lot of my screen. All right, let me see if I can click over to Silhouette and you guys can see. Let me see. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see only Silhouette Studio? Because I can't tell. My phone is up here on the table. Just tell me yeah if you saw only Silhouette. I'm going to go back to Silhouette. Can you guys only see that? If you can, this is perfect. This is what I want you to see. And I want you to see the panel. Perfect. Did you guys see that little panel on the side? Yes. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So let me go back. So we are now, this is the rhinestone panel. Okay. So with the rhinestone panel, this is where you are going to turn your words, or if you have images, you can turn that into a rhinestone. It works not only with text, y'all, but it also works with other SVG files. So you can turn images, pictures, and that sort of thing into Rhinestone. As long as it's like SVG and it can be read, it will turn it into a Rhinestone. All right. So I am going to select this first part, and I want to make this red. And then that second, I don't want all of that. That second part of the word black, I am going to make that green. And that is where we did I used the knife tool to get that done. All right. So in the rhinestone panel, you have the ways that you want your rhinestone to be. So here, the first circle is none. The second circle is an outline. So you're just going to outline the edge. So let me select this here. I'm going to select black. And then once I select an outline, I want to select the size rhinestone that I want. And I want to do a 10SS rhinestone. Remember? So I have this selected as 10SS. And here at the bottom, it will show you exactly how many rhinestones that this part of the word is going to take. Then I can do a linear fill, which kind of makes everything go, like all of the rhinestones go up and down, like in a line. So it's either up and down or horizontally, vertically, however, but it's all, it's mostly in a straight line. That's the linear fill. The radial fill takes it kind of curved. So if you have something that's curved, it gives it more like a circular fill. All right, so this is the radial fill. All right, so now that we have this, as you guys can kind of see, it looks a little bit like you can't really even tell what that C is. It looks a little bit like bunched up, right? So you can actually change the size of your rhinestone. So let's say you had a whole bunch of 6SS rhinestones. You could change it to 6SS, and then you can kind of play around and see what it's going to look like. All right. So also, I'm going to switch this back to 10SS though, because I don't plan on using 6SS rhinestones. All right, hold on. Why is my B? I'm going to undo, edit. I just undo a lot, y'all. I ain't got time. Even though I could just click there and it would be done too. All right, so I did convert this into, I converted it into a path, and then I can also make this into a compound path. But I want to kind of do that. I like to do that after I know exactly how I'm going to be placing my rhinestones. All right, so this, I want to kind of, I saw on the inside of the rhinestones where it filled the circle. I don't really want it to fill the circle or the whole of the B. So when I go back to the rhinestone panel, I'm going to have to work on that. So we're back at the rhinestone panel. Let me make sure y'all can see my rhinestone panel. Can you guys see my rhinestone panel? Yes. Okay. Yay! All right, so we are going back into Silhouette Studio. And so I'm going to click 10SS, and then I could either do the outline or I can do the fill. And that's kind of what I want. But this part right here, I don't like how this is. So I'll show you guys I'm going to show you different ways. I'll show you how to release those rhinestones. You can also kind of fill it up a little bit more. You can delete some of the rhinestones. It depends on what you want to do. Now for spacing, you can go ahead and you can adjust the spacing. So right now it's at 0.039. Let's say we do 0.45. I'm just going to show you guys how it adjusts. But also, when you start playing with the spacing in Silhouette Studio, you have to be very careful, because when you do that, sometimes it will change the size of the rhinestones. And you don't, if you don't have the right size rhinestones, you don't want that, because you will not really be able to use those, the template. Okay, so I changed it to 0.45. That's too much. I want 0.045. That was too much. All right, but as you guys can see, I changed it to 0.045. It made the rhinestones a lot smaller, but I still have the 10SS selected. So that's where you have to be very, very careful. When I look down at the bottom, if you guys look here where it says totals, this is where it tells you exactly how many rhinestones you are going to need for your project. All right, so The first slot is 6SS, so there's no 6SS rhinestones that I need. 10SS rhinestones, there's none, and I know that I have 10SS selected there. So when I keep looking, I see in other, there's 537 rhinestones that I'm going to need, but it doesn't even tell me the size of the rhinestones that I'll be using. So that right there is already a red flag for me to kind of like, okay, let me pause because that's not what I wanted. All right, so I am going to go back up and select 10SS again. And now, as you guys see, I think I showed you this before, but right here, now it says for the 10SS rhinestones, I am going to need 218 10SS rhinestones. All right, so I'm going to select all of this because I want you guys also now to kind of see like how the rhinestones adjust as you make it bigger, and then when you make it smaller, they also adjust. So depending on the size you want, you have to remember, if you're designing your image one size, you have to be careful when you adjust the size to make it bigger or smaller. So once you are done with your rhinestone design, you want to make sure that you know the size of your entire design so that when you open it up in Cricut or you open it up in any other software, that it will open up exactly the way it's supposed to open. Okay, or you can resize it once you have it inside of Cricut. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this back a little bit bigger. As y'all see, as I make it larger, those rhinestones start moving. And I really don't want it that large, honestly, because it's gonna go on the front of my shirt. All right, so we have this one, but I don't really like how that looks, right? Everything kind of looks a little bunched up. The spacing is kind of off still. I don't really like it. You can't really tell that that this is going to say black, right? So I can continue to adjust the spacing, and let's see if I do 0.0, and it's going to do the same thing where it still gives me it's going to change. But here I have, okay, so it's kind of forming a little bit better, right? A little bit. But the problem now, if you guys can see it, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. As you see, like some of those holes are touching each other. If you want that, that's fine. The problem is that when that cuts, it's really just going to just cut out a whole row. Like you won't have that break in between so that your rhinestone can settle into place. So you don't really want them to touch. You want them to get close, but you don't necessarily want them to touch like that's touching. So that spacing, that's not good spacing for this project. Of course, this is looking a little bit better, but y'all look at that. There's no rhinestones in the 10SS size. They're all at other. So that's not what I wanted, right? So I am going to let's make this 0.001. All right, let's see if that, so it did 0.002, but that's still not giving me what I want. So I thought that this font might be a good font, but maybe it's not really that great of a font, right? So let me go out and zoom and reduce the screen size, but I am still going to leave it because I want you guys to see how you would maneuver these rhinestones if you come up with a situation like that. All right, so let's go back in. I am going to release the rhinestones. So to release the rhinestones, you click on to release rhinestones, and all that is going to do right now, these are all together. They're all grouped together. But when you release them, they all kind of become their own element of the design. So we're going to release the rhinestones, and that usually takes a minute. Let me see if I have any questions, comments, concerns, anything. Anybody have any questions? No? Okay, perfect. All right, I didn't scroll all the way up, so if you have a question, feel free to email me, please, if you have a question. All right, so here we are now. So the rhinestones are hold on, I just want to zoom so you guys can see. So the rhinestones are released, and as you can see, like there's squares around each of the dots. Okay, that's because now it's its own situation. All right, so when I unclick, now everything I can kind of touch. See, I can touch this one, I can kind of move it around. This is the tedious part of rhinestoning. When you start like moving things around and making sure that it's kind of lined up properly. You can also, if you don't like this, so you see this one looks kind of bunched up, you can click your delete button and delete it. So that's depending on the amount of time that you have. You want to get you a design or use a font that you don't necessarily have to do all of that work to, honestly, because that can be very, very time consuming. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't really have time to be playing with all of these little dots. All right, but if you do have time, you can just go ahead and kind of maneuver it around. You can add more rhinestones, y'all. All I do, there's an option over here in the rhinestone panel that tells you that you can do freehand. So freehand, you would just go, let's say you see how there's a lot of space right here, you would go and click into that space, and then it creates a rhinestone right there for you. You click and you create your own rhinestones, right, to fill up the space. But y'all, what I do is I usually do, let's say if I'm doing it in a row, I will just copy a few of them that's next to it. So I'll hold down my shift key, copy a few of them, click copy, or select a few of them, click copy, and then I'll paste it. And then I'll just drag it over to where I want them to go. That I find saves me a lot of time, and I usually get pretty decent results with doing it that way. All right. So I am just going to, hold on, let me zoom back out at least a little bit. And so I see how the black looks. Y'all, I may change the font on this black because I'm not too thrilled with it, but let me see how her story is going to come out. So her story, I'm going to do that. Let's see if we do a linear fill for that one. And we have the 10SS selected, and let's see how that's going to look. See, that still kind of looks, it's the font, y'all. I thought that this font was going to be good, but it is not. So we got to start over, y'all. It's not a good font for me. Sorry, y'all. So we are going to do Lucida, the one that comes with it, Lucida. So let's do black. Because I want you guys to see, you will have to play with your font. So this is one thing that you have to know, like what fonts work good for you, which fonts don't work good with the rhinestones. Hold on. And we are all set and done for our other piece of our templates. All right, so I'm just going to make this about a 10. All right, I'm going to make it a little bit longer. About there. And then let's see, let's do the black. All right, so it's pretty much going to be the same thing. Y'all, I'm probably going to do a whole new design because I got to do it in Adobe Illustrator. But in case you don't have Adobe Illustrator, I know a lot of you may not necessarily have Adobe Illustrator. We are going to do it here. So I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And then all I'm going to do is select both of these. I want to change the inside or the fill to black and the outline to black also. And I do want to make this a little bit darker. And here I'm just changing the stroke of the words. As y'all saw, I got a little bit darker. I don't really want that to touch, so I am going to move them around myself. So we're going to go back to convert path. And let's get ready to do the same thing that we did before. So I'm going to take my knife tool, slice through the middle. Let me hold my shift key. Or that's kind of like the middle, but not really. All right, let's see. Okay, so this is all good. And I'm going to change this back to red. And then we are going to change the bottom to green. And that's going to be green. And then we are going to do the same thing. All right, I'm going to move this up just a little bit because it looks like, nope, it didn't. Looks like it's like kind of layered-ish. Why? All right, so let's go back and see how this is going to rhinestone for us. So we are going to select the 10SS. Let's see if we do an outline. Ugh, no, I need to go back to my other. Hold on, 039. All right, so, and if we do the linear fill, it's still, that spacing is still not good. I think it's the smaller one. All right, let's see. That's the linear fill. And so we are going to do the bottom part. And let's see, we're going to click onto 10SS and we're going to do that in linear fill as well. All right, so I don't think this is thick enough for me. I want a thicker font. And this is why my font situation is serious, y'all. But even how this is, let me go and zoom in. So as you guys can see, you see how these are overlapping? So when you're doing it, you are going to have to do a little bit extra work because you don't want anything to overlap because that is how it will cut. All right. You don't, like I said, you really don't want them to touch. So this did not like turn out that good. Really. I don't actually like how it looks, but it kind of gives you guys an idea of what to do and what to expect and what not to do. Hold on. Let me move the rhinestone panel. And I'm just moving this up and over because you don't want your circles to overlap. You don't want them to touch like how this is touching. These are not, they're too close. So this particular word, I may have to see, let's see what the 6SS looks like for these. So if you go to 6SS and let's do an outline, even that looks big. Let's go, let me make it smaller so it can look like how it usually looks. All right, that's still, yeah, no, y'all. So let's see her story. Let's see what her story is going to look like. I selected the 10SS and we're going to do, okay. But I really prefer, hold on, y'all. I'm going to undo, go back to normal. Let me do that converted to path. Now let's see. Let's see how this is going to look. It's still super bunched up and you don't want it to be bunched up because you will cut it out and it will be bunched up like that. So you don't necessarily want that. Let's see. I don't like that font either. It's not good for me. Hold on a second. Let me see. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Do you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, complaints? Yes or no? Okay, so y'all, the rhinestones, at first it is a lot, but what you guys have to realize, you can keep using the same template over and over again. So it ends up being worth it. It's really not a lot, especially once you know like your fonts, the good fonts that work well for you, then you will be able to do it. I typically design my SVG inside of Adobe and then transfer over to Silhouette to turn it into a rhinestone. But it's really not, it's really a lot. It's easier than this. Remember, this is Silhouette Studio, the business edition. You cannot do this inside of the free edition. All right. So this is what we have so far. I don't necessarily like that one. Let me see. I started doing another one again here, but this is I was going to do another design, and I was trying to do the design earlier, and I got like sidetracked. But it's kind of similar to the XOXO design that I used for tonight. And so it's really not difficult at all. That font just was no good. Let's see, what other font can I use? I just don't like this one because I can't really tell. I'm just going to do a P. You guys are going to see me do a P. Let's see. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Let's start with the word black. And then I'll add history later. And my other template is done. I'm going to get it. So let's make this a little large. So this is a little bit bigger than what we had before. And maybe you guys can see it a little bit better now. Let's see how this is going to turn out. It's the same font, but the size really does make a difference. So you have to get a font that is going to turn into rhinestones, even if it's small, because you can't have a shirt with a rhinestone template that's like 15 inches wide, unless, depending on the type of shirt you have or the size shirt that you have. But typically we're not doing designs that are 15 inches wide, right? So once you go here, you click onto, let's say we're going to do black again. And we are going to do a knife tool. So once we click the knife tool, let's see if we did, you guys want to do, like, let's do the zigzag, which they call it like the sawtooth. All right, so once we do this, I should have did a heart like that, y'all. That's really what I should have did, was a heart. All right, and then now you guys will be able to see, hold on, once I select all of that, how it separates. Okay, and so let's see how this will turn. It's a little bit larger. So we're going to click the 10SS, and once we click that, so as y'all see, the size makes a huge difference. So you have to know like what sizes that, you know, you're going to use for your image. All right, and the fonts, because if it's larger, it looks better usually. And if it's smaller, it's kind of hard to really play around with the rhinestones when it's a little bit smaller. But as you guys could tell, like the outline looks a whole lot better here. But we have missing spaces, right? And so in these spaces, all you would do, kind of like how I was telling you guys before, you would fill it up. So hold on. I will take this one. Let me open up the rhinestone panel again. And so I am going to select all of this, and then we are going to do the same thing where we release the rhinestones. So the rhinestones are released, as y'all could tell. And we are going to zoom in. Let's zoom into 150 so you can see it. And so right here and here, that looks a little strange. So I want to fill in all of those spaces. And so I would just kind of select a few rhinestones. Actually, I can just, for this one, I can just select these right here. And I'll do copy, paste. And then once I do copy and paste, I'll have the whole row there. And I can just fit it in right there instead of how I showed you guys before, the freehand. All right, I don't have to do that. You can, it's easier that way. It's less time consuming to just copy and paste and then just like keep going up. So right here, I may want to copy this right here, copy, paste, and then maybe put something here, put some, and then I may like put another like circle here to kind of curve it. Maybe move that one. I mean, once you get it done, this is your file to use over and over and over again. All right, so don't be discouraged by like these little dots and that it looks like it takes up a lot of time. Initially, it will, but once you have it set up, you will be pleased with the outcome. All right. Or you can always buy your templates. Cricut has rhinestone images inside of Design Space for Cricut Access members. I don't know if they have any free ones, but they do have some there. You can get rhinestone templates from Design Bundles. You can also get rhinestone templates from Creative Fabrica. All right. Now I prefer usually to do my own rhinestone templates because I can't ever really find rhinestone templates that I really, really like in those places, but you can definitely find them. All right. So here I'm just moving these up. So next I am going to show y'all, and then we're going to get the other part of our template out of the Cricut so that we can press the rhinestones. All right, so far this looks pretty decent. Where we filled it in, of course, I think I would go over the C and maybe put a few more rhinestones with the C. Like all you just really have to do is like move them around and line them up. You don't really want them to touch, but you want them to be close. You do want them to be tight. I know I like for them to be kind of tight. So I am going to take all of these right here at the bottom, or the other half of the letter, and I am going to, where's that? Uh-oh. I want to make sure that this is part of my B, right? I don't want that to not be a part of the B because that's supposed to be a part of the B. So when I cut it, I think it cut everything. So I'm just going to weld that together. Oh, it didn't get it. Hold on. Group, make a compound path. I want that. That's what I want. There it is. Nope, it's still, oh, because it's not touching. Why is it not touching? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna, I don't want it to, not there. All right, hold on. All right, so we have that all together. And so now, as y'all see, like once I've turned the other, this bottom layer into rhinestones, it will fit almost like a jigsaw, right? So I am going to select that whole bottom layer. We're going to open up the rhinestone panel again. I'm going to select, I do want that color to be green. I want it to be a little bit different so y'all can kind of see the difference. And we're going to do a green outline. And so once we do that, I'm going to select 10SS, and we are going to select, I don't remember if I did linear fill, but we will select linear fill for here, right? And so once we do that, we are going to kind of fit this in so that it all kind of just like works together. Hold on, let me close the rhinestone panel. And as y'all see, for this bottom layer, it's telling us like how many rhinestones we'll need for each letter. So here I want to do the same thing. I would want to release, I still need that rhinestone panel. So I am going to release the rhinestones. They're released now. And then I am going to kind of do the same thing just to fill in that white space because it just doesn't look right. So then we're going to click paste, and then I'm just going to slide it up here and align it with the rest of the rhinestones. And then you can kind of move some of these up. Like that's usually what I would do. I would move them up to kind of fill in the white space. And once I did that, hold on, copy, paste, and then keep filling it up as much as possible, just so that it looks good. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to save this, but you don't want any overlap. So I have this one right here that's overlapping. I don't really want that. And you want it to kind of, you want it to look the way that it should look, right? So what I should have did first was I should have created a compound path around the black. If I save this like this and upload it into Cricut, it will come over as all of these single dots. You don't want that because that's what will slow it down, slow the whole process down, and you will have to group all of these once you're inside of Cricut. You want to make sure that you group everything before you get into Cricut. All right, so I am just going to select all of the ones right here, all of the green, and then I am then going to select the greens that I did not select. And all I'm doing now is clicking Shift and selecting all of the greens that I didn't select because I didn't want to select any of the black. So I am going to group these. I should have just converted it to path. I could convert it to path or make a compound path. And you want to do a compound path because you want them all to be together. Now that is one cut file. So I'm going to change this color back to green. Uh-oh, let me select it first. So I'm going to change it back to green because once I take it over to Cricut, with the rhinestone templates, it really doesn't matter what color it is, as long as you know what color, because you're all going to be cutting it on this pink flock, or I think there's blue flock that the Rhinestone World uses. You'll be cutting it on that flock. So it really doesn't matter. It's just for you to know like what color it should be. That's kind of how I use it. So the same thing, the same way that I did the green, I am going to select all of the black dots. And then I am going to, I don't know, y'all, I could just make this a compound path, but I've developed this habit here in Silhouette where I do extra things that I don't really need to do. But you want to make this a compound path. All right. And I am just going to turn that black. So now we are going to get ready to save this. And when we get ready to, I still had that one there. I shouldn't have. I didn't work on that. But you guys are going to see how it's going to come out. Once we're not going to cut it, I'm just going to open it in Cricut so you can see exactly how it will look when you open it into Cricut. Kind of like how that XOXO template looks. All right, so we are going to save it. I'm going to click Save As. I'm going to save it on my hard drive, and then I am going to name this Black 2. I am not going to save this inside of Silhouette Studio. I am going to, well, I'm not going to save it as a Silhouette Studio V3 file. I'm going to save this as an SVG file because we are going to be cutting this on the Cricut. Now, I can take this now and cut this on any machine. I can cut it on the StarCraft Solo. I can even take this and cut this on my Glowforge if I wanted to. All right, so let me click OK. Let's see if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints. Hey, Mary. Hey, Linda White from Chicago. Hey, y'all. Hey, Danny. All right, so now we are going to, let's see, go into Cricut Design Space because we have already saved it. So let's go into Cricut Design Space. Our other mat is done. I want to cancel that cut. And so cancel. This fell. Let me cancel. And so this was the design that we used. I'm going to just hide it. And we're going to upload the font, the design that we just saved. All right, so here it is right here. And as y'all saw, it came over very smoothly. If it comes over and it says too large or very large, that's because you have too many different elements. All of your dots and holes are not together. All right, so then you click upload. This is the design. It is not, I'm not cutting this design. No, it is not how I like it, but I want you guys to notice something. So if you decide to create your own rhinestone file. So as you guys see, this came over as a 6.232 by a 1.621. This is a lot smaller than what it was in Silhouette. So over here, you have your layers panel in Cricut on the right. You have everything together. So all the green is going to cut together. All the black is going to cut together. The reason why I did that is because if you're using different size rhinestones or different color rhinestones, you want it to to come over separated already so that you know how to cut your flock. All right, because if you're going to use red and blue together, you don't want that to be on the same piece of flock unless you're just good with getting those rhinestones where it needs to go. But I'm letting y'all know rhinestones have a mind of its own. Like, you think that you're putting it one place and next thing you know it's in bed with you, the rhinestone. So just know that, like, this is why you do it this way. So as we saw, this is smaller than what we sized it as. So let's go back over to Silhouette Studio. And in Silhouette Studio, I'm going to just select the entire image. So as we see, this is a 2.802 in height by a 10.772 in width. All right, so let me go over here, 2.802. I will never remember that, and I did not. 2.802. But in Cricut, if you still have your lock button on for your sizing, it should automatically adjust your image to the size that it should be. Okay, if it is on there, sometimes it may be a little bit smaller or a little bit, but it's usually very, very close to what it is inside of Silhouette Studio. Sometimes it comes out perfect. All right, so I put in the 2.802 and the width shows me 10.772. As you guys notice, I did not touch the width at all. I only inserted the height based off of what was inside of Silhouette Studio. So let me go back and see if the width adjusted accordingly. So it says 10.772. And as y'all see, it did perfectly. 10.772. Why is this important? This is important because if you don't have the same size, your rhinestone holes will not cut out correctly. They may cut smaller or they may cut larger than what they should cut. Okay, so if you are purchasing rhinestone files, you want to make sure that you know the exact size of the rhinestones that you are going to be using, because you don't want to have a whole bunch of 6SS rhinestones, and because you see a nice design, you go and purchase the design, but the design is only set for 10SS rhinestones. You won't be able to use it. Okay, so that is why this is important. This is the most important step when transferring or importing your file into Cricut Design Space, is making sure that your image is the same size as what you designed it as. All right, so now we see that we have these two. These are going to cut separate. I see the green is going to cut separate and the black is going to cut separate. And then if you go back maybe about 45 minutes ago, you will see I kind of went backwards because I wanted to cut out these templates. You will see exactly why or what next to do at this point. All right, let me see if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints. All right, y'all, I'm back. So what do you guys have any questions or comments or concerns, or was that a good brief overview of our rhinestone situation? Let me know. That was, y'all know, Silhouette is not my thing, but that is the only way that I do rhinestones besides inside of StarCraft Create. I do rhinestones inside of StarCraft Create. It's really not difficult. You can only do the right, and if you have Silhouette Studio, if you're using the free edition, you will not be able to do it with the free edition. You have to have the business edition. I don't know, does anybody have the designer edition? If I don't know if you can actually do it in the design edition. Let me know. Danny, don't worry. I'm going to put up a shorter, condensed version of this. I actually already recorded it. So let me switch screens. We are going to get ready to add the rhinestones in a minute. I got to take the other one off. The other one is not going to be that difficult. I want to slice some text and bling something. Marquita. Oh my goodness. That's all I really did was slice some text. So right now I'm just making sure, if you saw earlier when I cut out this template, I had the backing on here, and the backing, the rhinestone, it was a pressure. I did more pressure than I should have. And so it kind of pretty much cut through the back of the rhinestone flock. So the backing. So now I'm just trying to remove as many of these holes, or all of these holes, as I can. So, okay, so thank you, Crafting Away. So the designer edition does work with rhinestones. All right, so you find the edition that works for you. I only got the business edition of Silhouette Studio so that I could do rhinestones, y'all. And then I ended up getting the StarCraft Solo, and with the StarCraft Solo, I really don't need it. Before I take out the rest of the holes, I want to show. So Erin, as y'all see, I'm like playing with all of these little dots. Don't be discouraged by these dots. That's definitely a user situation that does not happen all the time. But Erin suggested that instead of me putting the flock, and for those of you who may have just come in or didn't see the flock, this is the flock, and I got this flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse. The flock has a backing on it. Okay. Oh, hold on, Dims. Let me see. Where you at, girl? Sorry, he saved her images as the size of the image, so it shows when she opens the image. Oh, look! I told her I need to go check out Eve. Eve knows everything rhinestones. So she saved her rhinestone. Dim says that Eve saved her rhinestone image as the size of the image, so it shows when she opens the image in Design Space, and that's how she saves mine. So you guys see how I saved mine? I just put black whatever. So how she does it, she puts as her file, let's say I wanted to say black 10.772 by 2.802. That is how she would save it, so that when she opens it in Cricut, she doesn't have to go back to the file. She can actually see it in the file name. That is genius. That is perfect. So that way you don't have to go back and forth, or like me, I don't write anything down. So thanks, Debs, for sharing, girl. All right, y'all, I scrolled back down. Aaron, is this all you're waiting for? So Aaron told me to take off the backing and just apply the backing directly to take off the backing and apply the flock sticky side down directly to my Cricut mat. So he said that way that should work a little bit better, and I won't have to worry about all of these little dots everywhere. So let's see. And y'all look, you don't really want to go too rough with this because I don't really want to distort, but this flock is pretty sturdy, okay? But I won't tell y'all how many times I've ripped flock because I just try to rip it off, and yeah, have to cut it again, and y'all, flock is not cheap. So as y'all see, Aaron's suggestion worked beautifully. Look, y'all, almost all of them came off. There's only a few that's left on, and these are going to be really easy to get off. So you just stick it down. I'm still working on that other one. So if I would have did that one like that, and I think this is a good idea, even if you have like a old been through the motions mat, you could still apply this to the mat because it's sticky. All right, so I'm going to hold this over here. Aaron, thank you so much for that suggestion. So I am going to, y'all, I still got to get more of these circles off of here, y'all. And these are the little ones. So these are different sizes. So these holes are for 10 SS holes. All right. These are 6 SS holes. And so I got to, like, I've been pushing them down and applying pressure, and it's still, if I stay in line that way after seeing Eve's video. So y'all definitely check out. Look at what Dims is saying and Barb. They do the same thing. They save their file, the name of the file, and then they save the size. Like they put the size as part of the file name. Oh, I didn't even have to do, oh, yes, I did. There's a few. So this is going to be, all right, so more of them are coming out, but not all of them, y'all. And I would do like a small, the smallest of the smallest. Well, this isn't the smallest size, but it's pretty small. Because this is the SS6. So a lot of them came out. I just have a few more that I need to get out. And then we are going to get ready to press. So Aaron, are you still here? Did you see your way was the right way? I should have did it like this before. Why even tell me this at the beginning, Aaron? So I'm just removing these, and this is kind of how, and if you didn't see earlier, it comes off of your Cricut mat super easy. That's where all of these little holes are. They will be around my house for a while. Okay, so I still have a few more holes to get out of here, but I want to show you guys in case any of you have to leave and you don't have time to see somebody. So I got these from the Dollar Tree. This comes 2 in a pack. These are just the regular Dollar Tree cutting mats. And I either use these cutting mats or I use my or I use cardstock. All right, I do use cardstock too. And then I'm able to reuse these templates. So this is the template for the shirt that I have on. I put it on one of these. I would also use the back too. For whatever other, if I had another template, I could use the back. All right. Now let's see. And so here, all I have to do is, I don't know if I want to put it on this side. So all you have to do is kind of just like put it down because it's too, yeah, no. I'm gonna have to put it the long way. So you do want to make sure that you kind of look through and make sure that all the holes are gone. I just saw one hole that was still there, but it's gone now on my finger. And so I'm just going to put this here. Hold on. Oh, Aaron, I ain't got time for that. No, this is too much. All right. So we are going to, let me try to get the rest of these holes out of here. Hopefully it won't take too long. Look how many I have, y'all. I'm getting my hair all over it. And these are the 6SS. It's not too bad, but there are a few that just won't come out. They're being super stubborn. So just brush or scrape these off. But these come off of the mat so easy. But I like to save my old mats for this, because why not? But now that I did it that way, where I just put the template onto the mat itself, or put the flock onto the mat, now I'd probably save more of my mats and not, get rid of them, because the template can. So you want to make sure, I would get the brayer, but the brayer didn't help me before. So I'm just trying to apply a little bit of pressure to get the holes like onto the mat. So when I lift, more will stay. So I'm going to do this over here. Most of these are out. Let's see if I miss. It's easy. Exactly, Aaron. Exactly. It's not. It would be easy to do, right? Yep. I don't use. Okay. But yeah, so we did see, like you guys saw where you can count, or so that way you know how many rhinestones you're going to need. And if you have enough, you don't want to start a rhinestone project and you don't even have enough of the rhinestones. That's a whole nother situation. You don't want that. So we got some of these out, y'all. So we're going to press this shirt, and it's going to be a shirt for me, my Valentine's shirt. So it will be fine. All right, I'm just going to try to get some more of these out on this side, but we have most of them out. So, but if you're doing a template that you're going to be using for a long time, or if you have one that you're going to be selling, because y'all, once you do this template, you can keep making the same shirt over and over and over again. So you don't necessarily have to eat, like, it's worth it. For me, it's worth it because you can keep using the same template. You don't have to change it. Like the shirt that I have on, my friend wants me to make her a shirt like this. And so guess what? I'm just going to pull that template out. I don't have to recut. All I have to do is spread the rhinestones and that's it. It's all good. So, all right. So we are going to, I have had enough of these little holes. So we are going to get ready to spread the rhinestones in the areas that we have. Hold on. And we are going to be good. All right, so we're going to first do the 6SS rhinestones. Uh-oh, I don't want that here. Hold on, y'all. Let me move this, at least some of them. All right, so we're going to start with this. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. All right, so we're going to start with the 10SS rhinestones. And so these are the ones from Eve's Buy-In. And we're going to use these. I don't even know if you guys can even tell how pretty these are. These are gorgeous. And so you can also use, people use pans. They have trays that they do this in. I just usually do it on my table, but you can, so that way you can keep up with your rhinestones. And you're supposed to take your rhinestones, and this brush, you can get this brush from any, like Home Depot, Lowe's, or any place like that. I got this from Heat Transfer Warehouse, but they also have these larger than this, okay? Like the paint brush. So look in your, I guess in the painting area. So you want to kind of go in circular motions because that kind of helps get your rhinestones into place. And if you don't get them all into place, you can always take a wax pen or your rhinestone picker that you use for tumblers and things like that. You can get it there. You can use that too. Uh-oh. And put the template in. Dims is right. Dims, I was gonna try to put the other one together, but girl, no. Girl, I'm cheap with these Dollar Tree cutting boards, girl. I know they're only $1, and they come 2 in a pack, y'all. So you want to make sure as you're doing it that there are none that are getting caught in between other rhinestones. But here we are. In addition, y'all, I do have the template to the shirt that I have on. It's only going to be available until after this live. It is inside of the description. It is a thank you for just hanging out with me tonight and doing rhinestones. And plus, I was super excited about this bling that I got from the Baby Booties buy-in. All right, so for the most part, we are almost done with these. I am going to clear this off in a second. All right. I really don't, I'm not going to try to keep forcing them in for you guys. And then I'll just show you guys, like if you have like a few, like here I have one that's missing, here I have 3. Sometimes I'm able to get them all, but I'm not going to keep circling. I'm just moving extra. Like there's some here that I don't know if you guys can tell, but overlapping, you don't want that because when you get ready to apply it to the transfer tape and then you get ready to press it, it may cause the rhinestone that's supposed to be there not to press. And you just want to make sure any rhinestone that does not have a home is not in your way. All right. So I'm looking to see if there's any more, and they're not. But y'all, once you have this template done, you're set. You don't have to even worry about. And so here I'm just taking rhinestones that are around and I'm placing them in the holes that are missing. Very, very easy. It's only a few. If we had time, I probably would have just kept moving, but we don't have time like that. And I gotta go to work in the morning. So we are just going to do that. All right, so this is done. I am going to get a piece of, and I want to move these away from the board because the stickiness of the, there's one more missing, y'all. The stickiness of the transfer tape, I don't want that to pick up any extra or stray rhinestones. All right, so now that looks good. They're all there. And I am going to cut off a little piece of this. I actually have another piece already, but I don't necessarily want to use that. Where are my scissors, y'all? Yo, my tea is getting old and watery. Let's see. All right, so I am going to scroll down. I hope I cut this out. Y'all, I don't even think I cut this wide enough. Barely, but I'm no good at like perfect match. Let's see. Y'all. I knew I was gonna do that. I was trying not to touch it, but y'all, hold on. I gotta fix it because I don't want it to not go right. I should have cut out another hole, but I was being stingy with this transfer tape because y'all, transfer tape and this flock is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. Can you guys not hear me? Oh no, it's not. That is not. Hope this don't mess up the thing. All right, so we're good now. I don't know if you guys could hear me, but we're good. All right, so I'm gonna cut out another piece because I don't want to have too small of a piece there. All right, this should be good now. That one was fine, but yeah. So this is a Hotfix transfer tape, and it works really good with catching the rhinestones. Thanks, Mary Bear. Oh, y'all. What the? Is no sound? Okay. Oh, sorry, y'all. Can you hear me? Or no? I think it's because my phone was ringing. So I'm just going to place this. Let me put it up a little bit higher. So now I'm just going to place this on top, and I have this curved a bit because y'all, I don't know about y'all, if y'all do rhinestones, I am always lifting up rhinestones. I hesitate way too much because I overthink everything. And so now we are going to just drop it down, and you just want it to fall. You don't want to do anything else. Once you get it down, all you have to do is kind of rub it to make sure, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm trying just to make sure that all of the rhinestones stick to the transfer tape. All right, so let's see, and then we are going to do the transfer. We're gonna lift this up, and then we're gonna put the other one down. For that one, I'm gonna have to open up the 6SS rhinestones. So I just kind of like to do it. You don't need to take a squeegee or anything like that to rub over. All you need to do is to rub it with your fingers. And then now we are going to lift this up, and they should all come up all together. Okay, let's see. And see, there's no rhinestone left behind. You don't want any rhinestone to be left behind. All right. And so next I am going to take the backing, and then I am just going to reapply the rhinestone design to the backing until we are ready to place it onto our shirt. All right. And so I'm going to put this here, and then now we are going to do the other side. But let me put up these rhinestones, y'all, because listen, I do not want to lose any rhinestones, even though like I usually like lose like a few each time I do it, but for the most part I try not to lose them because Who wants to lose rhinestones? All right, let's go. Uh-oh. Hold on. All right, so I got to open up some of the 6SS rhinestones. Oh, darn. Sorry. Mrs. Rose, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. So we are going to do the next one, and I'm just going to put that one on the side. I don't even know if this is going to fit on here, but don't be stressing me out. And you better be resting. All right, so as y'all see, I got most of the holes out. This is my shirt, so I'm really not too pressed over it, but I cut it out exactly how it should be because, and y'all probably after the live, I'm gonna go over this and take out the holes that are still filled. You can get some tweezers. Usually I'll get like some tweezers and take them out, but I'm not gonna do that now because it's getting late. You guys probably have things to do, places to go, people to see. I don't know, but sure you got someplace better to be than with me. So let me go ahead and get out our 6SS rhinestones, and we are going to do, y'all, you know what I was supposed to do, y'all? We got to do this one over again. Sorry, y'all. Don't stress me out. So the XOXO is supposed to be red. Why did I not remember that? All right, so these are the 6SS. Y'all, we have to do it because I have to have it red and white. Sorry, no, I can't just go with it because, yeah. So this design here, this is two different sizes. So some of them are the XOXO, that large XOXO in the middle. That one is 10SS. These are the smaller ones. These are 6SS. All right, so let me move this out of the way. So I'm just going to pour a little bit because I did not have time to even open these up and get them in any cute little containers. All right, so I think that might be enough. I don't know, but we are going to see. All right, so here we are, and I'm just going to rub these in a circle. Now, sometimes what I do, y'all, is if there's a hole that doesn't come up, I will manually place the rhinestone on top of that hole. Even if like it's one of the closed holes that I don't peel, I will just, if it's not too many holes, I'll just go ahead and place the rhinestone on top. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll only worry about the holes that, you know, popped up. But sometimes I will do that if I notice it last minute. And yeah. Anybody that's just coming in, hey y'all, and thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Again, there is a design inside of the description that you are free to use. It will not be available after this live though. So go ahead and grab it up now. And that is for, it's for 10SS rhinestones. It's only for 10SS. It's the design that I'm wearing now. All right. I don't even know if you guys can even see. These rhinestones are so pretty. The lighting does this no justice. Hopefully when I press it, you guys will be able to tell. But these are the 6SS. These are smaller than the other ones. And so I'm going to use red rhinestones. I got to take out the red ones because I wanted the XOXO in the middle to be red. And then these silver. But these are so tiny and sparkly, y'all. Again, I got these rhinestones from Eve's Buy-In. If you are not interested in buying rhinestones in bulk, you don't want so many, Heat Transfer Warehouse does sell rhinestones that you can use. They sell various sizes and colors too if you're not interested in getting, so many rhinestones. But I can tell you that the amount that we paid for these rhinestones, you probably wouldn't even get a quarter of the rhinestones that we were able to get. That's how good the deal was. So I would just say that. However, if you want rhinestones and you don't want to do bulk, or you can't wait until, when is it, February 27th, when Eve does her next buy-in, you can definitely check out Heat Transfer Warehouse. They are really quick with shipping. And I mean quick with shipping. They're not waiting for anything, I don't think. All right, so it looks like all of the holes that I do have open, see this one, these fell into place very nicely. So now I'm just trying to make sure that there are none caught in the corners or anywhere, none are upside down. I don't even have to place any inside because they all went into the template. I love when that happens. That is like the best. All right, so now I got to be careful because I'm working with limited space and I need to brush these off because I'm going to get another piece of Hotfix tape. And then, sorry y'all, but we're going to have to do another XOXO because, yeah, I forgot that I wanted to do that one in red. So sorry y'all, but it's going to be worth the wait. Don't worry. It's going to be worth it. I don't even know what size I did this as. Okay. Be careful. You don't ever really want to bump your rhinestones either, because if you bump them, you're going to be so upset that you have to do it over again. But honestly, these were pretty easy to spread. So hold on, let me lift you up so you guys can see a little bit of me putting this down. Let's see. What did I miss? Okay, don't know. I have to go back and read the comments. Can you guys hear me fine now? All right, so now I'm just going to, I need to move this down a little bit because I don't want it to catch these rhinestones. I just want it to go there, and I cut it a little bit big, but it's okay. So I'm just going to kind of bend it in the center, and I'm just going to drop it because y'all, I hesitate every time and then you mess up your design. You really don't want to hesitate. You really have to commit to the whole process and make it just one thing. And then you just go down. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take, I got one trapped under there. I see it. I didn't see it before. So I'm just going to take my hand and rub it. And these fit very nicely in the hole. So I want to make sure that they all get some of this transfer tape. All right, because I don't want any missing O's. Now you can replace, you can place them after the fact. You can. I just don't like to. All right, so I'm just rubbing them to make sure that they all are loved and feel appreciated. And I might say that Alfie, my Cricut Maker 3, did a pretty good job cutting these holes, y'all. Really, really good. Really happy with the cut. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead, and you kind of want to do it slow, because I just press it so much, but you don't really want to do it too quick because you don't want those rhinestones popping off of the transfer tape. Okay, so I'm just doing it very, very slowly. There's one that's missing, so that's why another good reason to do it slow, because if there is one that didn't get on, you can just place it back down really quickly and get it on there. And this one seems very stubborn, y'all. Okay, there it is. It was being very stubborn. It must Must have been cold and it got all snuggly. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the first XOXO. I am just going to place this on top of the backing so that I can use it. But I don't really want to use it right now this second, so that is why I'm going to go ahead and place it on the backing for now, because y'all, we have to put down the red. I really want that red on here, and we have this all set. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we have that all set already. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. So let's flip this over. And wait, let me put these back in. Oh, no. Oh, no. I forgot. Okay, I'm just going to move these rhinestones and I'm going to move that out of the way. I forgot I did not have a separate container for the 6SS just yet. I have one, but I did not separate the rhinestones because I wanted to do an unboxing with y'all, but I got too anxious about it. And so these are 10SS, the reds, and I got these from Heat Transfer Warehouse. These did not come from Eve's buy-in, although her buy-in on February 27th will include more colors. All right, so you definitely want to check it out. This past one was the clear and the AB. Now she's going to add more colors. All right, so I'm just going to do the same thing, but we're going to do this red because, yeah. And so I'll use the other one for something else. But I don't know, but something else. And these rhinestones I got from Making with Marilyn. Thank you, Mary Bear. She sent these to me, what, like 2 months, like a month and a half ago, Marilyn? Almost 2 months ago you sent these? Maybe 2 months ago. Might not have been that long, but it was a while ago. All right, so I'm just going to do this, and then we are going to press the shirt, and y'all are going to be done with me. Well, only for today. Don't forget, Friday we have crafts and combos, and this week Eve is going to be on with me for crafts and combos. We are going to be sewing or embroidering or something. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but it's going to be sewing or embroidery, or it could possibly be both. So be prepared. If you haven't used your sewing or embroidery machine in a while, dust that baby off. You got work to do on Friday. So check us out at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh-oh, y'all. See, I'm getting rhinestones. I got my clear ones. This is why you have to put your rhinestones. Make sure it's clear. Don't be like me. Y'all got rhinestones. I got dots, flock dots everywhere. All right, so it looks like I may need a few more red rhinestones to fill this up. Y'all, this is more rhinestones. No, these rhinestones are from Heat Transfer, not the one from Mary Bear. I should have used those. The ones on my shirt are from Maryland, and they are so nice. All right, hopefully this is going to be enough for this little O, and we're going to put it on a shirt. What color shirt should I put this on, y'all? Black or white? Did I bring? Okay, so I brought a black shirt and a white shirt. What color shirt should I put this on? Black or white? I'll look in the comments in a second to see what y'all suggest. Black or white? Because I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what that looks like. All right, so I'm just going to place some of these in here. Hold on, because I don't want to keep, it'll probably be faster. I'm just moving some of those extra ones that's in between out the way, because that really does affect your rhinestone placement sometimes. So you don't really want that. Hold on, I'm going to get white. Okay, perfect. I see a few. Oh my goodness. Let me put a poll up. Hold on, y'all. Because I can't tell. Hold on. All right, y'all. So I'm about to create a poll. Okay. Whoever Hold on. I'm just going to put black or white. All right. You guys will know the question. All right. So I just put a poll at the top. And it should say something like black or white, or I put a poll somewhere. Do you guys see the poll? Hopefully you see it. Let me ask. Do you guys see the poll? Well, I put this down here. I'm just going to... Uh-oh. These are not going in as easy as my red ones. Hold on. Or my white ones. You got to be careful that you don't shake the mat. That's the one thing with this mat. Like, you just got to be careful that you don't shake it. The slightest shake could send your rhinestones out of place, and then you're back to placing them. But this method is super easy, as you guys saw, to get all these rhinestones in the circles. To have to place a few, that's no problem. A lot of times, as y'all saw with the smaller ones, I didn't even have to place any of them. They all fell in perfectly. So, and I see one that does not need to be there, so I'm just going to move that over here. This kind of gives you a chance to look at your design and make sure everything is where it should be. Did the thing come up? No. Oh, it's there. Okay, so everybody vote. I'm going to check and see which one. Thanks, Stamps. I'm going to check and see which one you guys chose. The majority, at least. I keep forgetting that the poll option is there for us to do the polls, which makes it a little more fun. All right. So let me fix the O. And again, for anybody that kind of came in late, these are Hotfix rhinestones. So they have adhesive on the back. They are not like the flat back rhinestones. Not like it, but they're not. They're rhinestones, but the application is different. So the flat back rhinestones are the ones you kind of put on hard surfaces, and you need glue to adhere them. This already has glue, and these typically go on fabrics, and you have to have heat in order to apply it. Okay, so that's the difference. The Rhinestone World, if you want to know more, check out the Rhinestone World's YouTube channel. They also have products called HTV Anything and Bling Anything, and so you can kind of use Hotfix rhinestones on other items. Okay, I do have a video where I use some. I think I used the Bling. No, I think I used HTV Anything, and I applied rhinestones, Hotfix rhinestones, to my Cricut Maker top, and also to my to a tumbler. I did a full wrap of a tumbler. All right, so you definitely want to check that out. All right, so we are almost done. Let me just go ahead and cut me another piece of this transfer tape, and then we are going to head over to the heat press so you guys can finally see what I have been talking about for the past 2 hours. And thanks all y'all for sticking around with me all this time. I do not take that for granted. I appreciate it. All right. So we are going to drop this down. There we go. All right. And so I don't even remember what font this is. So this file I actually created inside of Cricut Design Space. Not Cricut Design, I created this in Adobe Illustrator. I saved it as an SVG, and then I brought it over to Silhouette and then turned it into a rhinestone font. So I don't even remember which font I used for it. But I'll probably be able to find it once I look into Cricut. It might have been Diamanda. That's what it might have been. It might have been Diamanda. All right, so as y'all see, I'm just pulling this off. And we are finally ready to press. Let me see what color shirt you guys said. And then I am going to do that one. Hold on. All right, so we are going to get ready to head over to the heat press. I'm going to take y'all with me. Let me just check and see what the, hold on a second, with the poll. So everybody says a black shirt. So we're gonna go with black. Let me set the black up under here under the heat press. Where's my lint roller? All right, so okay. All right, y'all, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna bring the camera over here so that you guys can see a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to remove myself from the screen. Remove the craft table at least. Remove the craft table. We are now going to take our whole contraption over here to the heat press. Hopefully. And then you guys will be able to see, like, sorry y'all, I don't have an extra hook for the table so you guys can see, so I had to use this one. All right, so hold on, y'all. I want you guys to kind of like really see it. Let's see how that's gonna look. Thanks for your patience, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dims. Hold on a second. Hey, Elena. Hey, Miss Tracy. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna switch back, add to stream. We are going to go over here. It's not really centered, but y'all get the picture, kinda, sort of. So with Eve's, with the templates from Eve's, not the rhinestones from Eve's buy-in, you have to. She suggests that you press it at 350 degrees for 12 seconds. So we're gonna do 350, but I think I have mine set to like 20 seconds, and we are going to press it. So I am going to remove it from the backing, okay? So I'm going to remove it from the backing. And I think you only, what type of pressure she says? There's no pressure, but I'm gonna do like light to medium pressure. All right. And so now we are going to head over. I see one of my little dots over here, y'all. That is in the way. But before we do that, I need to lint roll the shirt. Uh-oh. No, I should have lint rolled before I even came over here. So before we do this, I'm going to lint roll the shirt. And the reason why I'm lint rolling, I know everybody's like, oh, you don't have to lint roll everything. But the reason why you lint roll too is so that you can get any lint or any debris or anything that's on your shirt, which is good, especially if you're doing like HTV or iron-on or anything like that, because you don't want anything trapped underneath your vinyl. You don't want anything that could prevent it from actually curing and adhering to your surface. So you want to just take your lint roller and lint roll over your shirt. I'm also going to give it a pre-press to get out any moisture that might be on the shirt. Okay? And so we are going to press this for a few seconds before we even put our rhinestones underneath. Okay, just making sure you guys could see. Did not know. All right, that's good enough. And I'm going to move that. My Teflon sheet is sticking to the top part of the platen because Danny suggested that I get a Teflon cover, and it works beautifully. All right, so now we are going to get ready to place our template onto the shirt. And I am just going to kind of eyeball this, y'all. I do a lot of eyeballing with my shirts. That is why the shirt that I have on, I kind of, if you open up the design, you see that the design is slightly different than the shirt that I actually have on, but it works. All right. So I can move it over a little bit. I'm just gonna move it over just a little bit because there we go. Okay, that's gonna be good. All right. Kinda make sure that it's straight. And so now I'm gonna get ready to press this on my rhinestones, my block dots. All right. Let me pull it up a little bit. And so I'm pressing these first. These are the SS10s. And here is I'm going to put some Teflon on top. And we are just going to press this for 20 seconds. The recommended time for the ones that Eve sent is only 12 seconds. So, but look at the different rhinestones that you get. If you choose to get from Heat Transfer Warehouse, they also have their own recommended settings and press times as well. All right, so we are done with this press, and let's see, this is going to be a warm peel, and so as y'all see, all of those babies came off. Like, they're all there. That looks super nice, and you want to save your transfer tape. You can use this again. Okay, so I'm just going to replace it right back on that backing and hold it for the next time I have more transfers, which is going to actually be after this. After this live, I'm going to do another shirt. All right, let's see. Hey, Shandy. Hey, everybody that just came in or came in earlier and I did not see you. Thank you for being here. So now we're going to get ready to place the red rhinestones on top. All right, so all you have to do now is just kind of like line this up and line it up to make sure that it is lined up correctly, y'all. That is it, and that looks pretty good to me. I'm pretty pleased with that. And so we are going to get our Teflon sheet. And the difference between these, not just the color, but these are two different sizes. So the 4 rows of clear rhinestones, those are 6SS. The red rhinestone, those are 10SS. Okay? So there's 2 differences here. So we are going to, and I created the SVG file, the original SVG file inside of Adobe Illustrator. Then I uploaded it into Silhouette Studio, the business edition, and then that's when I changed it into the rhinestone template. I usually do it that way, but in case you guys don't have Adobe Illustrator, I kind of wanted to just show you guys how I do it inside of, or how to do it inside of Silhouette Studio without Adobe Illustrator, because you can pretty much do very similar things in Silhouette Studio as you do in Adobe. All right, so here we go, and that is done. I'm going to put this on the backing, and then I'm going to give it one more press with the Teflon, just because. And as y'all saw, there are some that were missing, but you can't really even tell that much were missing. Like I know here, that's when I think the machine cut off on me, but you can't really tell if you don't know. So I'm just going to press for a few more seconds just to give it a nice little press again. And then I'm going to show you guys the shirt. All right, that's enough. And this is my other Valentine's Day shirt. I don't know if you guys can really see it that well. But this is what I need to back it up somehow. But this is what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna come back over to the other screen so you guys can see it better over here. So I'm gonna remove that one. All right, y'all. So Here is this one. And look how pretty, y'all. You see that there's a few of the circles missing in the 6SS, but it doesn't look bad. I actually like it. But it came out pretty nice. And so all I'm going to do is go in with my tweezers on that one that didn't, like, it still had a few of those holes. And I'm just going to pick those holes out. But this is what we ended up with, y'all. It looks good. It looks really good on this black shirt. And I think, yeah, I think the black shirt actually makes a big difference too. And those reds are sparkling as well. So I like that one. I think it looks really pretty. I'm going to wear it probably one day. Maybe this will be my next. This is my Valentine's Day shirt to wear to work this week. And as y'all see, I told y'all like the y'all. So I didn't place the shirt correctly because I didn't calculate the measurement correctly for the O when I like put it on the shirt. And so I end up moving the y'all to kind of like even it out a bit. But the y'all is really supposed to go in the center. Thanks, y'all. But I'm very happy with this. I love this. And so I actually like in person, you can kind of see like the real difference in the size of the rhinestones. So that's really cool. So if y'all want some rhinestones, Eve will be having another buy-in this one, starting the 27th. Check her out if you are interested in getting you a whole bunch of rhinestones. Like I have a whole bunch of rhinestones, y'all. Like I just want to blink everything. So that's what I got going on. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. And make sure you can also go to Facebook. Thanks, Miss Tracy. You can also go to Facebook and look at her Facebook group, because in her Facebook group, she'll have more information. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I kind of briefly walked you through doing a rhinestone template inside a silhouette. I'll put up a more extensive, more organized video so that you guys can kind of see, you know, a little bit more. I do plan on uploading a video tomorrow of this shirt when I made this shirt, because y'all was too excited to make this rhinestone shirt. So I did show how I made this shirt and how I designed it in silhouette. That will be uploaded tomorrow. So yeah, but that's pretty much it, y'all. That is pretty much it. And again, on Friday, we will be hanging out with Eve, the baby's booty. And she is going to help me make something. She's going to teach me something. Y'all know I'm on this sewing thing, and I'm loving everything that has to do with sewing and embroidery. So yeah, check us out on Friday. Thank you, Miss Tracy. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Barb. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me tonight on a Tuesday to bling some stuff out, because I was super excited. This was not even what I planned on doing tonight. Like I was going to make, I don't know if any of you were in the previous live, I told you guys like we were going to make things for my kids, and I planned on doing sublimation tonight, but my bling came, and yes. Hey, Kim. I don't know if I saw you earlier, but hey, Kim. Hey, Willie. Thanks so much for sticking around all this time with me, y'all. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Happy Scrappy. Hey, Nicole. Thank you. I really hope this was helpful so that you guys can see, even with silhouette, you can kind of see like what works, what doesn't work. I meant to show you guys like the sketch fonts that I have, and those are the single line letters, but you can find those inside of Silhouette Studio. They have some. And look on for rhinestone designs, you can get from Etsy, you can get from design bundles if you don't want to go through all of that. If you just like bling and you don't have time to design and do all that stuff, design bundles. Even Cricut has some rhinestone kind of templates in Cricut. Who else? Create a Fabrica. In Cricut, all you have to do is go to images and type in rhinestone. You can put up whatever rhinestone type of template you want, and rhinestone templates will pop up for you. So a lot of people don't know that, but you can find rhinestone templates inside of Cricut. But those templates aren't as fun as making your own. They're not as fun as making your own. So, Miss Tracy, my package came yesterday and I was planning on actually doing an unboxing tonight with y'all. Girl, I ripped that package open so quick yesterday. I didn't get anything done. I was supposed to be converting the DTF. Hopefully by this weekend, y'all, the DTF printer will be converted. The problem that I had, for those of you who are waiting on me to do the DTF printer, the problem that I had is that the software that I want to use, CatLink, it was not compatible with my MacBook. So that's something else for you guys to know. So if you are looking to use CatLink, you cannot use CatLink with an Apple computer. So I'm all set now. I have another computer that I'm going to use that I can download the CatLink software. If you don't use CatLink, you have to use AcroRip. Okay, so AcroRip, I think they have, but AcroRip, they send you the software to your house. CatLink is 100% digital. You can download it. And also there is like a 15-day trial if you want to try it out. If you are looking to converting your printer or anything, Big Boy Prints does have a link to the 15-day trial underneath all of his videos. All right, so I'm ready to go with the DTF printing. I have not even put my ink in yet, but because I know that's once you put the ink in, that's when you have to do all the maintenance. So it will be soon. It should be this weekend, and I am so excited about this. Like, I'm really looking forward to printing out some DTF stuff so I can see. Okay, so Marilyn said that My File Addiction also has rhinestone templates, and they even have a few free rhinestone templates. All right, so check them out. I have a rhinestone template for this shirt listed in the description. It just says XOXO with some little hearts in the middle of the O's. If you are interested in it, now is the time to make sure that you grab it, because as soon as I log off of this live, I am deleting, or I am turning off access to that file. So please, if you're watching the replay, please don't email me and ask me to send you the file. I will not be able to this time. All right. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and click that download if you like this file. If not, child, don't worry. Don't worry. You can make your own file. All right, y'all. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Your girl got to go eat dinner. I gotta go drink the rest of my sweet tea. Dims, I will email you the file. Don't worry. I will email you the file if you can't get to it. You better stay in bed. Nobody ain't got time for that. Delonda, thank you so much, my love, for being here, and thank you for looking out for me when my sound was going out. Y'all know I be having my phone set up to the StreamYard, and so whenever I hear it ringing and I'm on here, I'm like, uh-oh, what's wrong? What's happening? Y'all can't hear me, huh? But I think it's when I took out my earpods, it kind of just like threw it off. But yeah. So I don't know. Aaron, you can do whatever you want with it. I really don't care. I'm gonna put it up. You just can't sell the file itself, but whatever you want, I'm not limiting you guys to anything. I don't mind. Just don't sell the file. That's it. But other than that, do what you gotta do. I don't mind. Thanks for being here. I love y'all. I will see y'all on Friday. Be here Friday. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eve and I are going to be having so much fun. Y'all know that's my homegirl, and I am so excited. I'm always happy when she comes on with me, and we're going to make something. So, this week, again, it is going to be all about sewing and embroidering. And, oh, wait, in case y'all missed it, I was on live the other day for like 5 hours. Y'all, what did I do with those shoes? Y'all, I made the cutest shoes. What did I do with them? Hold on, y'all. I gotta show y'all. Y'all know I be proud of the stuff I be making that when I don't know what I'm doing. What did I do with my shoes, y'all? Oh, here they go. Y'all, look at these shoes that I made the other day with the help of Barb, with the help of, there was Eve. Everybody was on there like helping me. Everybody. I think Danny was there. Naira was there. Like everybody was there helping me. And so y'all, look at these cute little baby shoes I made. Now I'm going to have to figure out like what I really want the bottom to kind of be like I don't know, like for a baby that's not walking, this is fine. But like if I'm gonna make these to give them away more, like I want to make sure that, you know. But for those of you who were on this live, yo, look how cute! So cute, so cute. So yeah, I'll probably be making more of these shoes. Yeah, I'll probably be making. But that's it, y'all. Thank you again. Here is our, well, we did the little template inside of Silhouette Studio while it was cutting. I just kind of want you guys to get an idea and how to upload your template into Cricut Design Space. But y'all, look how cute this is. So tonight was good. I enjoyed myself. Thanks so much, y'all. I love y'all, and I will see you guys hopefully on Friday. Be safe, and until next time, y'all.